I have pulled a classic Beauty Guru move and changed my lip color, my necklace, and my top to make you all feel like I filmed in multiple days rather than just multiple times in one day. I don't understand what difference it makes, but that's apparently a thing that gurus have to do. Did I fool you? Did you think this was a different day? Did I fool you? Did I get it? Hi guys, my name is Lee. I forgot how to do my intro for a second. And I just filmed another super long video and I don't actually know if I did my intro in that video. We'll find out when I edit it. Hi guys, my name is Lacey of Spookless and Fat Hips and welcome back to my YouTube channel. One more time for the kids. I am doing another tag video today and this one was created by my bestie here on YouTube, Georgia Harris. Georgia created the makeup collection tag, which I'm going to be doing for you all today, and I'm so excited to do this tag because I like talking about makeup and I love the collection that I have, so this is perfect for me. I know in the past when I've looked at my phone to get tag questions in the past, a lot of you guys complain that you can't hear me when I look down. I'm going to try my best to talk louder when I'm looking down. But this is just the setup I have and we're gonna have to roll with it. I apologize. The makeup collection tag, without further ado. Did that sound good? Without further ado, let's get into the makeup collection tag. Obviously, this goes without saying, I will link Georgia's channel and video down below. She's my bestie and she's cute and adorable and makes fun videos. You should check her out if you haven't already. Question number 1. How long have you been collecting makeup? I actually had to go through the archives of my selfies to find the answer to this question. I think I've been collecting makeup since like 2014, 2015. I feel like I wasn't a monster about it until like 2016. I think 2016 was the year that I just stopped giving a fuck and just like rage bought makeup and like didn't care about anything standing in my way. And that includes like my credit cards and my well-being and my financial stability. I've talked all about this in my makeup addiction video. But yeah, I think definitely I got more into makeup around 2014. I had always worn makeup my whole life. Around 2014 I started to do it more so for like myself and for the art of doing makeup. And then I feel like it really spiraled out of control in 2016. Question number 2. What kind of collection do you have? Minimal, utilitarian, aesthetic, historic, etc. I'm not sure what any of those words mean in this context. I'm just kidding. I get the gist. I just feel like my collection is, I guess you can kind of consider it historical. I do have collections of things, less than I'm reaching for now, but more for the sake of having the collection. For instance, like the Naked palette, the Too Faced chocolate bar palettes, a lot of old ABH palettes that I probably shouldn't put on my eyes anymore that I like to have because they're older pieces. I also definitely have things that I like for the aesthetic. I feel like the majority of my collection just is, I don't know how to explain it. I just buy things that make me happy. It's like a living being at this point. Like I feel like collections are supposed to be a living thing. Like you're supposed to constantly get new things, get rid of old things, replace things, trade things, etc. I just feel like it's a true collection in that definition because things are constantly coming out, things are expiring, I'm getting new tastes, I'm getting new styles, I'm liking different formulas. It's just ever evolving. I would consider, like I said, my collection to just be a living thing. Question number 3, are you a completionist? A little bit. I definitely was a full-blown completionist. Like, there's a lot of things that I had to declutter so that I could break the cycle of wanting to have all of the things. I definitely, like with a new collection that I was interested came out, 2016 Lacey would buy the whole thing without even thinking about it. Now more so, I'm getting a lot better at just getting the 1 or 2 things that make me happy. I will say though, it's very difficult for me to just buy one piece of a collection. I don't know why that is. I feel like I always buy 2 pieces of a collection minimally. I'm not good at just buying one thing. For instance, I'm just looking down right now. I got the J Kissa collab with e.l.f., but I also grabbed the eyeliner. I don't know why I just wouldn't have been happy getting one of those things. Or just looking down right now because I just filmed my birthday haul. I got the Smashbox Crystallize highlighter that I really wanted, but I also grabbed one of the lip glosses. But at least I didn't get all of the lip glosses. I don't know. So it's something that I'm working on. I'm definitely not as bad as I used to be, but it's still in me somewhere. Question number 4. How do you store / organize your collection? I'm actually working on how I'm going to store my stuff when I move. For right now, I have my vanity, which belonged to my great-grandmother's. It's almost, if not 200 years old. I want to actually refinish the top though and stain it again because I haven't treated it as nicely as it deserves to be treated. But I have that. It has very deep drawers in it, and then on either side I have 2 halves of an old desk that my dad sawed in half for me, and the wood of the desk perfectly matches the wood of the vanity, and those act like my IKEA kind of Alex drawers that everybody else has because they're nice and thin, and then there's like really deep drawers at the bottom. And then I have like various acrylic and other things in various baskets. I want to stick with the vanity and the drawers when I move, but I also want to get another dark wood set of drawers to put along another wall in what's going to be my new filming area. I haven't found it yet. I'm looking for it on like IKEA and like Amazon and Target. I've been in like thrift stores. I've been really browsing for what I want in my head, because drawers for me have just been the best thing. And I've also organized everything as per Kimberly Clark's inspiration in a way where I can see everything I have, which has been so helpful for me because before then everything was just kind of laying on top of each other and I only ever grabbed the makeup that was on the surface. So I organized everything in a way that I can see it all. Everything's kind of standing up within these drawers, and that's been working very well for me. I do need better lip storage though, because I can't say the same for my lip products. Ugh, don't get me started. Question number 5. What is your favorite thing about your collection? I love how varied my collection is. I'm going to say something controversial. I love how large my collection is. I feel like if I want something, I have it. And I have all different kinds of textures and all different kinds of formulas and all different colors and combos, and I could really have so much fun with my collection, and I have been having so much fun with my collection. I've talked about this in my favorites video. I really have been loving what I have lately in a way that I don't think I ever have before, and my collection is so fun and inspiring. That's what I love. I feel like my collection's really fun and well-rounded. Question number 6. What is your least favorite thing about your collection, or something to improve on in your collection? Like I kind of said earlier, I like the way I store my stuff, but I feel like it could be better. I don't know. I'm very envious of other people's collections for their storage because I see the way other people organize their collections and I'm like, so I don't know. I need to teeter with that. I also need to get better at letting things go when it's time to let them go. I have gotten really good at that, but I'm not quite perfect at that yet. I don't know if that counts in context of this question. Question number 7. What is the biggest category of your collection? I know you all think I'm going to say eyeshadow palettes, and I will say I have an absurd eyeshadow collection. And I think if you count my individual pans of eyeshadow, like in palettes, then yeah, I have a fuck ton of eyeshadows. It's definitely probably the biggest thing. And also highlighters. I have so many highlighters, they're in my floorboards. But actually, the more I think about it, I have more lip products than I ever could need in my life. I think what happened was I noticed one day that I didn't have a large collection of lip products, and then I spiraled out of control trying to fix that problem. And I say problem in quotations because it's not a problem. And I also have this issue where if I like a lip formula, for example, I'm just grabbing the liquid cat suits off my desk because it's in front of me. Let's say I really like this formula. My brain will then go, you like this formula, buy every color of it. That has been like the biggest thing for me to try and get over doing, but I do that. And I really need to go through my lip products, declutter them, and organize them in a way that I don't just reach for the same 5 lip glosses every day, which is what I've been doing. Question number 8. What is the smallest category in your collection? Definitely complexion products, brow products. The things that I really love are the things that Hannah Louise Poston calls like color products, like your lip products, your eyeshadows, your blushes, your highlighters. That's all fun for me. That's where the creativity is. Things like foundations, I just don't give a shit about. I went through a phase where I was buying a lot of foundations because I wanted to find like my Holy Grail foundation, but then I found it. I don't need any other foundations, like I'm good. I use the same brow products every day. I really don't care about things like eyeliner. Anything that I replace really quickly, I tend to keep simple and affordable, like setting sprays. I only tend to have like one at a time. Or mascaras, I don't really have a lot of stuff like that. Stuff that's like the not fun part of makeup for me, if that makes sense. Question number 9, do you have a Holy Grail in your collection? And from what I understand, Georgia didn't mean this in like your Holy Grail products, like the one best thing. She meant it in like items in your collection that are special to you or irreplaceable or just hold more of a value in your collection. It's not necessarily like the things that perform the best. Something that I really love that I know is very coveted is the Anastasia X Mario palette. I do really love that eyeshadow palette. I think the formula is fantastic. I think that it's such a well thought out palette. You can make a very pretty look very fast. I get what the hype was about. Same with my Amrezy highlighter. Such a beautiful formula. I'm kicking myself that I don't have a backup, even though I know like I'm trying to stay away from backups, but it's such a great fucking formula and such a great color. My Natasha Denona palette, specifically my gold one, is so stunning and so beautiful. My Visyart palettes that my boyfriend bought me, because I never would have bought those for myself. My Nabla palette that Matt bought me for our anniversary, because that came from Italy. That's something that I also probably wouldn't have gotten myself. Some of my indie products like my Cleona Cosmetics Archeo and Paleo palettes, how beautiful and like handcrafted those are and how special those foiled shades are. Anything that was kind of like trickier to get, whether money wise or like because it's from a different country, those are kind of the Holy Grail products for me. Those are the things that I feel like I can't replace. Question number 10, do you ever wish your collection was bigger / smaller, or is it complete? Like I said earlier, I consider my collection to be a live collection. I feel like there's always going to be makeup coming out. I'm always going to want to try new things. I'm always going to want to try new formulas, new indie brands. I like that part of makeup. I know a lot of people want to just have the things that work for them and they're good, they don't need more. I like the fun part of collecting makeup. It's not just like this utilitarian, like, I only need what works for me kind of thing, and I'm not shaming people who do that. Makeup can be that for you. That's not what makeup is for me. Makeup is fun and it's art and it's expressive and it's new and it's evolving and techniques are changing and quality of products is getting better and access to products is getting easier and indie brands are coming out with great concepts and artists and having like input in things and influencers having influence. So much good stuff is happening in makeup right now. That's why I think it's live. That's why I'm always going to be taking new stuff in, always going to be replacing things, passing things along, etc. That's what I love about doing this so much. I have so much enthusiasm for makeup and like the industry and this creativity of it. I love everything about it. That being said, for practicality reasons, if my collection was smaller, it would probably be better because then I would get to like use everything more often. But I'm so happy with the collection that I have right now. I really gotta be honest with you guys. Question number 11. How often do you declutter makeup in your collection? Fairly often. I'm pretty big on if I know like a friend or a loved one will like a thing and I don't use it, they can definitely have it. It's not that big a deal to me. Also, sometimes I just outgrow things and it can be passed along, not a big deal. Sometimes I do sit down and like touch everything and make sure nothing's expired or gross and that I still like it and it's still good, like once or twice a year. I did it at the end of last year. I'm probably gonna do a deep, good, like thorough declutter before I move because anything that I don't need to bring across state lines, I will gladly pass along. But like probably truly like a good, true declutter like once or twice a year. Question number 12. Do you ever get envious seeing other people's collections? Not so much their collections, like I said earlier, I'm very envious of the way people organize their collections. For instance, Tina, aka the Fancy Face, when she did this tag, she was showing clips of her collection along the side, and when she pulled out her drawers and the way that all the palettes were stacked just looked like so sexy, and like the way like she had the acrylic organizers. I love acrylic organizers. They're so expensive, that's why I don't have any. I love the way other people organize their collection. Tara Babies, oh my god, her collection, the way that that's organized, that's what I'm jealous of. Like the way that people are able to beautifully archive their collection. I want to work on that. I want that. Question number 13. Who on YouTube has the best makeup collection video? Ones that like I feel like have stuck out in my brain as influencing me more so when I like that 2016 era Lacey who was buying everything. I distinctly remember Kathleen Light's makeup collection being very influential to me. I remember Young Wild and Polish's makeup collection video when she got her room that she's in now being very influential to me. But one more recently that comes to mind, I'm stealing Tina's answer, Terror Babies. Oh my god. That is like the makeup collection to end all makeup collections. And she is someone who loves makeup so much and is so enthusiastic about makeup, and you can see it in the way that she displays her collection and how beautiful it is. And she's someone who you can tell loves the history of makeup and collects to archive and collects to use and to love. I am so entranced by that. The way that she's using like toolboxes to organize everything. Ah, beautiful. And question number 14, the last question. What's some advice you'd give to a future makeup collector? Have the makeup collection that reflects the actual budget that you have. I got myself into some not okay financial situations collecting makeup. I never did anything too bad or too harmful, knock on wood, but I definitely could have a better financial situation now if I wasn't a fucking monster a couple years ago. Definitely don't feel like you need to emulate the collections of everybody else, because something that my brain could not get into, like could not comprehend when I first got into like beauty YouTube and stuff, was that these people got makeup for free. Like that's how they had the collections that they had, was because they weren't fucking paying for it. Like your collection is never going to look like a beauty guru's because you actually are paying for it. Like you have to work for it. That's like, don't ever feel shitty because you don't have huge Alex drawers full of shit, because like that's not realistic to most people. Also, really get to know your own collection, and that's going to help you save money in the long run, because when you really know what you have, it's going to stop you from buying shit that you don't need. Get to know your preferences, get to know your skin tone, your skin type, your taste. All of these things are going to help you narrow down what you do and don't need in your collection. Also, sit on it, like in your head. Like when a new thing comes out that's really interesting to you, wait it out. Don't get into the hype of like, I need it the second it releases. Sit on it. Wait for reviews. Wait till you can get in a store to touch it. Wait till your brain can process whether or not you actually need it or not. I find that sleeping on things really helps me make less shitty financial decisions when it comes to buying makeup. And just like have fun. Don't let anyone tell you what kind of collection you should have. Just be smart about how you acquire your collection. I think that's the best advice to give new makeup collectors. And with that, I have been filming all day. My butt hurts because the stool is not comfortable. That is the makeup collection tag created by Georgia Harris. Thanks, Georgia. This is fun. If you liked this video, if you like tags, and if you like me, please hit like and subscribe. Chat with me about your makeup collection down below. I fucking love watching other people's makeup collections. I find it so, I don't know, I guess because I'm so obsessed with makeup, I just like love seeing other people love makeup. It's so fucking fun. I've talked about this in other videos. You guys are probably actually gonna see my collection very soon. I want to do like a true declutter series where I go category by category and show you guys what I have and really think about what I want to bring with me to the new place. I'm gonna try to actually do that. I think that it will be good for me and it will be fun for YouTube. Also, side note, follow me on my Instagram, which is also Spooklos and Fat Hips, because you get to see a lot of my collection on Instagram. But anyway, that's all I got. I'm not actually gonna tag anybody because we don't do that in tag videos anymore. We just fucking do the tags that we want to do. So if you want to do it, I've tagged you. Do the tag. George's video will be linked down below. Chat with me in the comments. That's everything I got. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys!